The man to watch. The breaking story is he'll retire at the end of the season. How about his role today? Stay with us. And good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. I'm Derek Ray, positioned here on the commentary gantry, and alongside me at the microphone is Stuart Robson. And we have FA Cup action to bring you from the round of 16 just moments away. It's Millwall versus Manchester United.
Yes, cheers, Derek. Well, what an occasion it is for this club and its supporters. These are the games that they dream of. No doubting they're the underdogs. If they can frustrate their opponents, stay in the game up until half-time, you just never know. Hopefully we get a great cup tie and maybe even a massive surprise.
Number 17, George Saville. Number 7.
Now the Millwall starting 11.
Well, they're playing with a 5-2-3, as we can see it here. But I think at times we'll see one of the centre-backs stepping forward into midfield, just to make sure they don't get outnumbered in that central area.
The lineup for Manchester United. Gianluigi Donnarumma is the keeper. Paul Pogba plays alongside Bruno Fernandes in central midfield. And they line up with just the one striker looking to do a bit of damage.
Thank you. Enjoy the game.
And this confrontation is underway. Nice looking pass. And continues his run. An unforced error, you've got to say. Paul Pogba. Bruno Fernandes has it. Pogba. It's a perfect challenge. Well, there's been quite the focus on him coming into today's game. The rumours have been confirmed. He has elected to end his illustrious career at the end of this campaign. A massive loss for the club, Stuart.
Well, it's a great shame because he's been a joy to watch over the years. But he's certainly going out at the top, which I think is a really good decision, Derek.
And unable to pick out a teammate. And that'll be a throw. Well, that shouldn't really happen from a throw-in. Wonderfully weighted pass. Oh, and he didn't miss by very much.
Yeah, he adjusted his body so well there. It's a great piece of skill, and it probably deserved a goal.
That's fine play to keep control of the ball. And he read it well, intercepting it. Romeo. Now can they make something happen? And a chance to whip it in here. However, nothing comes of it. Now Saville. It is to be a throw-in. Strong play here. Now Saville. And he put it in. And a goal! That will do it. They've been pushing for it. And now they've been rewarded. Action underway once more. Let's see if United have the wherewithal to square the game. Greenwood. Pogba. Very quick thinking there. Outfoxing the defender. Well, it took a deflection. That'll be a corner.
Well, they won't get too many chances, so they need to make the most of this.
Can he deliver it with accuracy? And cleared away. Wallace. Cuts it back. Not the easiest of situations for the keeper. Can someone get on the end of this? Attending to his defensive chores. Could be. What a big chance that was. Keeper has the ball. Bruno Fernandes. Pogba! Well, fantastic reflex action. Who's going to get on the end of it? And the keeper able to hold on to it. It's going to be United's free kick. Well, the referee letting him know any more like that, and he will go into the book, Stuart.
Yeah, he knows he can't commit another foul now.
Well, he decided to take it on. How close it was.
Well, I thought that was coming into the box. It takes a lot of confidence to try that. Not rewarded on this occasion, though.
Has the strength to hang on to it. Ben Thompson. Wallace. And it's United's turn now. Bellingham. More than decent this from United. Jude Bellingham. Well, sitting deep like this might be a dangerous game. Rashford in the middle. Making sure nothing came of it. Jon Daddy Bödvarsson. Well, the counter chance looks very real. Do they have the guile to open up the defence? Crossing possibilities. And room now out on the flank. Cross fired over. Well, struggled to get it away properly. Holland. United behind, but a corner could come in handy. And over it comes. Now the keeper grabs it. It's a fine United move in the making. This could level it. And it is the equaliser. Parity now. And who's to say what's going to happen next?
Well, he puts it away really well, as you can see. But you'd expect him to score from that range. But they all count.
So underway again, following the goal that made things level. Well, he likes to run at them. But really sticking to their task defensively. Holland. Oh, and a perfect ball now. How about this? And that is how to block. Great effort to keep that one in play. Cooper. Now Saville. Ben Thompson. Well, adding up all the stoppages, we will have 2 extra minutes. Haaland. Well, he read that brilliantly at the back. And the whistle is sounded for half-time in this game. Plenty to consider based on what we've seen so far as the second half begins. Bruno Fernandes. Haaland. Now that's a well-timed pass. Can they cover up? Oh, it was a terrible-looking challenge and a big decision for the official here. And with that, he's been dismissed.
Well, they're going to be under pressure now. That's a needless sending off.
Oh, that pass easy on the eye. Oh, a superb save. Now Saville. An awful lot of green space to run into. Quick thinking to dispossess his opponents. This is the home of live football, EA TV, and we'll have live coverage of the 5th round of the FA Cup. It's Manchester United facing Millwall.
Well, we're down to the last 16 now, so plenty to play for in that game, in what will be a tough encounter.
De Ligt. It looks promising. Element of risk there, but he's won the ball. Sean Hutchinson. Jake Cooper now. At times they make passing look easy. Well, they were very patient, but they no longer have the ball. Going well. Bruno Fernandes. And a goal! A player down they might be, but that's not bothering them one little bit.
Well, just look at his strength here. He holds off the challenge, he keeps his balance, and he finds the back of the net. It's a wonderful goal.
And United will switch things around personnel-wise. Well, as they kick off again, 2-1 the current state of affairs. "30 minutes left for play. United could get in behind the defence. Oh, that's a fine ball. He's gone and found the net! Brilliant piece of finishing! Magnificent goal!
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past the defender. To create space for himself, while the movement in the box is equal to it. It's such good timing. What a goal.
So they get the ball moving again. 3-1 the scoreline here. What's going to happen next? Well, just couldn't keep the ball.
Well, as you can see, United just haven't been able to dictate the pace of the game. But what they've done with it has been really good. And they'll be happy with the way the game is being played at the moment. They love to play on the counter-attack.
And plenty of scope to be creative in that wide position. Jon Daddy Burdvarsson. Can he put it away? A goal! Just what they needed. Still plenty of life in this match.
Well, that was a fairly easy finish in the end, but he still had to take it. He won't mind how they come, though.
On with the game then. 3-2. What will happen next? Pedri. Felix. And the cross smuggled away. Well, play stopped. It is a free kick. Can they extend their lead? And he slots it home with confidence.
Well, here's the replay, and he just strikes the ball down the middle. The goalkeeper gets out the way. It's a really good penalty, and no danger that the goalkeeper was going to save that.
So the current scoreline, 4-2. Now Saddle. Ben Thompson.
So welcome, having it, and I hope you have a fantastic game.
Very clear who got the last touch. So a corner coming up.
Well, at last, the fans have something to cheer about. It needs a good delivery now.
And time for the change now. Delivering it. Well, still an issue here. Now, this could really lift spirits. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, that's just a wonderful save. How did he stop that?
Given away by Manchester United. And slipped through beautifully. In position, but pressure to cope with. Well, it took a deflection. That'll be a corner. Trying to pick out a teammate. Oh, a very fine header, but it wouldn't go in for him. So a corner here. Over it comes. And dealt with that ball comfortably. Playing with purpose and control. Well, quite simply, the cross was too close to the keeper. And he read it well, intercepting it. Joao Felix. Bellingham! Well, he couldn't quite hit the target, Stuart.
Well, it's a decent effort, but I don't think it was ever going to trouble the goalkeeper.
Well, as we approach full time in this one, Stuart, no escaping the conclusion that United are bossing this.
Well, they've controlled most of the game, haven't they? Their 1- and 2-touch passing has been sharp, the movement's been bright, and they've scored some good goals. They just need to keep their concentration through to the final whistle.
Intelligent threaded pass here. Well, a shame that he couldn't find the target from there. Pedri. Now with Bellingham. Real chance. And he did so well to move across and deal with the danger. And there's the delivery. And the referee takes exception to the challenge. Free kick. To finish it as a contest. And there it is, perfectly executed.
Well, here we can see it again. Keeper's gone the wrong way, and it makes for a fairly easy finish in the end. That's how to take a spot kick.
Now Saville. Thompson. Perfectly positioned to take it away. Good work to regain possession. And space here on the flank. The final whistle, and Manchester United move on.
Yeah, it doesn't come much easier than that, does it? I thought they played well, and it was an excellent overall performance, particularly going forward. They'll certainly be confident going into the next round.
Strong play here.
We'd like to ask you some questions about the match. Thank you, that's all the questions we've got for you.
Thanks, guys. We're going to get started with the questions now. That's all we have time for today. Thank you for coming.
It is one of the most fiercely contested matches in the English game. Manchester United against Arsenal, and it's live from Old Trafford. Stay with us, we'll have every kick of the ball for you right here on EA TV. Hello there, sad to say the weather hasn't cooperated today. It's absolutely lashing down here at Old Trafford. I'm Derek Ray at the microphone, and joining me for match commentary is Stuart Robson. I'm looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League coming right up. It's Manchester United up against Arsenal.
Well, Derek, when looking forward to this game, you can't help but notice there are some great matchups all over the pitch, particularly in those central areas. Whichever team wins more of those battles will win the game.
Well, it is a lethal Manchester United front line, and the statistics are there to back that up.
Well, in attack, they've been so fluid at home. They just know exactly where the next pass should be going. They've got such a great understanding of the game plan, and a lot of credit has to go to the coaching staff.
Good game. Have a great game. Thanks. Good game. Thanks. Cheers. Good luck. Thanks. Hey. Good luck. See you again out there. Good luck. Cheers. Thanks. Good game. Good game.
Well, Manchester United have chosen this particular shape. Gianluigi Donnarumma stands between the posts. Rafael Varane plays with Matthijs de Ligt in central defence. Paul Pogba plays alongside Bruno Fernandes in central midfield. And rather than use a strike partnership, they've gone with just the one player in attack. And so the starting 11 for Arsenal. Bernd Leno stands between the posts. Granit Xhaka plays with Mohamed El Neni in central midfield. And handed the task of playing up front today, Raúl Jiménez. And the match is underway. Bruno Fernandes, but it stopped a promising attack in its tracks, and you wouldn't be surprised if there's a card coming out here. So we have an early booking here to report, Stuart.
Yeah, and I think the referee's absolutely right. He's just making it clear to all the players out there, he's not going to take any messing about here.
Denied him, and the danger cleared. Crisp tackling.
Well, what a start to the game that would have been. They certainly can't come closer than that.
Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass. Might really be able to trouble them here. Well, didn't seem to be too much in that offside decision. McNeil. Bruma. Fine tackle there to prevent the chance. So a throw in here. Bruno Fernandes. Here's Wan-Bissaka. And United couldn't keep possession. Martin Ødegaard. In a position from which they could potentially do a bit of damage here. Determined defending. And the assistant referee has raised his flag. Offside. Sancho. Can they forge ahead? Well, good defending, clattered out of there. Jadon Sancho. Delivering it into the box. Well, they couldn't. And he succeeds in scraping it off the line. Rice. And he takes on the shot. Superb block. Flag up, tight offside. El Neni. Well, successfully cut out. On the offensive. Beautifully weighted ball. It'll be a corner.
Well, there it is. I'm not sure what all the fuss was about. It wasn't even close in the end.
And now the delivery. And they could face difficulties here. Well, he could really get at the opposite. Oh, marvellous save. Great goalkeeping. Over it comes. Pressing high, and they have the ball again. Tremendous block. Wow, really fine goalkeeping. Good diving stop. Who can he pick out? It's not a particularly good corner there. Now potential danger. Pogba. And the keeper will happily collect that one. Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. Well, they must exercise caution standing off as they are. Well, the crossing needs to be a bit better than that. Now, will the keeper have to pay the price for that mistake? Well, that'll be a free kick. This to open the scoring here. And the penalty is converted. A goal it is. And now he can exhale.
Well, let's take another look, and what a confident penalty this is. Right into the top corner. That's a fantastic finish.
So the game restarted by Arsenal. A wake-up call for the Arsenal players, perhaps. Can they construct a response? McNeil. And a fine tackle. Plenty of options. Sancho. And it goes! 2 goals in rapid-fire fashion, and looking very comfortable here.
Well, here it is again, and the pace in which they break forward is devastating. It's so hard to defend against, but how has he allowed that much time and space? He doesn't even have to jump to head it in. It's a good finish, but terrible defending.
Well, a second goal for them here. And the emphasis is on creativity. But it fizzles out thanks to that piece of defending.
Well, there it is. United have had most of the ball. They've passed it well, their movement's been good, and they've been well
they could
worked
put
down.
it away, Stuart. And a goal to seal the hat-trick. A masterclass in finishing. Just can't stop him today.
Well, here it is again. It's an easy finish in the end, but what was the keeper thinking? That's a poor bit of defending.
Well, you've got to say, an incredible first-half performance. That scoreline tells you all you need to know. El Neni. Xhaka with it. Holding. And far from the ideal cross. Keeper's ball all the way. Sancho. And that's great work to make sure it didn't go over the line. Granit Xhaka. So 3 minutes of stoppage time it'll be. And given away. And with that, the attack fizzles out. Well, that is how to run at defenders. Bruma. Raúl Jiménez. And blocked for now. So there goes the half-time whistle. United in front, Stuart. Positive signs for them.
Well, as we highlighted, they look like a side who will score goals every time they go forward. Their front players have been so clever with their movement. This could turn into a rout in the second half.
Into the second half then, and Arsenal with a real mountain to climb. Granit Xhaka. El Neni. Raúl Jiménez. Well, that's the kind of play you want from your defender. Jadon Sancho. Useful ball to the near post. Well, he had a decent reading of that ball in. And we very much hope you'll join us for more live Premier League action on EA TV. It's Manchester United facing Arsenal.
Well, Derek, I'm really looking forward to it. Always a great atmosphere in that stadium, and it should be an entertaining match.
Well, pressing really high. El Neni. And take it away. Declan Rice. Haaland. An authoritative challenge. Martin Ødegaard.
Happy birthday to Nathan Walker, celebrating his birthday
Sancho.
today from Dad and Lucy.
Here's Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka now delivering that deep cross. Well, full marks to him for that header, but the goalkeeper did his job. Well, not great from the keeper.
Well, that was a top save. I can't believe that didn't go in.
Well, I'm hearing in my headphones there's been a goal at Bramall Lane. Alex Scott.
Yeah, it's a goal for Leicester City. It was a breathtaking finish, a shot from such a long way out. I think it totally surprised the goalkeeper. It's all even Stevens at 1-1 with 59 minutes played.
And a goal here! There it is! They've done it!
Well, he puts it away really well, as you can see, but you'd expect him to score from that range, but they all count.
No shortage of goals in this match. 3-1. Jadon Sancho. And it's played into the centre. Clears it away. Well, let's go to Alex Scott now, because something has happened in the Liverpool game. Alex.
It's a goal for Manchester City. The score's level again now at 1-1 with 66 minutes played.
Thanks as always, Alex. And begging to be put away. Another goal! And surely there's no way they can throw this away. Absolutely dominant.
Well, here's another look, and you can see what a good finish this is. He holds off the defender brilliantly and keeps his composure. That's a great goal.
On they go again, and United beginning to run away with this. The tackle completely mistimed, and you would expect a booking under the circumstances. Well, the card is out, and it's yellow.
Yeah, it's clumsy and it's late. Definitely a yellow card.
And the problem not completely solved. And they can't quite take advantage in the end. And we very much hope you'll join us for more live Premier League action on EA TV. It's Arsenal facing Southampton.
I like the look of that game. The atmosphere is always good inside that stadium, and two very good teams.
And with play stopped, they will make the change now. Could play it in. Xhaka. Well, diving magnificently to make sure he got there.
Substitution for Manchester United. Coming off the pitch, number 41, Left-wing right. Coming onto the pitch, number 21, Jude Bellingham.
Who's going to get on the end of it? Oh, wonderful save!
Well, he reacts so quickly there. That's a great save.
Here's a change for Manchester United. And now the delivery. Any goalkeeper would accept corner kick deliveries like that every day. A really committed challenge, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Well, they are committed to making the substitution here. Alphonso Davies. Now Haaland. He's in behind. That's high-level goalkeeping.
Well, that's a fantastic save. He's such a good keeper.
And over comes the corner. Well, last line of defence, literally. And Bellingham. Now, far from a smooth challenge. Now, will the referee produce a card? Well, deemed to have been a cautionable offence.
Well, no question about it. He deserved his booking there.
Technique, but it wouldn't go in for him.
Well, he just couldn't get enough topspin on the ball, but you have to say it was mighty close. Well, here you can see it again. It's close, but it's certainly not over the line. The officials got that absolutely right.
Well, not the pass he had in mind. Nelson. El Neni. Oh, he looks threatening. A very timely interception. And they'll get ready for the throw-in. And time for the change now.
To be replaced by number 6, Gabriel.
Well, it comes down to the final 5 minutes. Gabriel. Arsenal have given it away. McNeil. Xhaka. Martin Ødegaard. Crisp tackling. Bruno Fernandes. Haaland. Haaland! Another goal! The lead grows to 4 now. A rampant display.
Well, let's look at this again, Derek, because the transition when the ball changes hands is so quick. And then the shot could not be hit any better. Struck with such venom. Great goal.
A glut of goals. 5-1 it is. Oh, that's a pass of high quality. Ugo Mayo. Oh, great vision. Decent progress with the ball at his feet. Really good piece of goalkeeping there. And there goes the final whistle. Manchester United are the winners today anyway. What did you think of their performance all told?
Well, Derek, it was a very assured performance, wasn't it? Particularly impressed with their play going forward. Really lively and almost cutting through at will at times. The result never much in doubt, if I'm honest.
Attention focused on Bruno Fernandes. Following a hat-trick, does he have another big performance in him this time? Stay with us on EA TV. Hello to you, wherever you happen to be. Our action comes to you today from Villa Park. I'm Derek Ray, ready here on the commentary position, and alongside me is the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfielder, Stuart Robson. And we have action from the quarter-final stage of the FA Cup just moments away. It's Aston Villa versus Manchester United.
Yes, cheers, Derek. Well, what an occasion it is for this club and its supporters. These are the games that they dream of. No doubting they're the underdogs. But if they can frustrate their opponents, stay in the game up until half-time, you just never know. Hopefully we get a great cup tie and maybe even a massive surprise.
Here's how the lineup looks for Aston Villa.
Well, it's a 4-3-3 formation with a centre-forward and two wingers. So it's important that the midfield players give support to the striker whenever the ball goes wide. They can't allow him to be isolated.
Well, Manchester United have chosen this particular shape. Gianluigi Donnarumma stands between the posts. Matthijs de Ligt plays alongside Rafael Varane in central defence. And the idea is to have just the one striker up there trying to pose problems for the opposition. And the game begins. Playing advantage here. United keep it. Jadon Sancho. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Into the advanced position. Delivered into the area here. Well, the keeper wasn't fooled by it at all, in actual fact. Jadon Sancho. Sancho. Fed over towards the back post. Well, a poor effort from a difficult angle, Stuart.
Well, he took the wrong decision there. He surely had to cut that back.
Well, there are many who regard Bruno Fernandes as the complete footballer. Stuart, what do you think we'll see from him today?
Well, he's a player full of confidence at the moment. What a hat-trick it looked.
Oh, just wide of the mark. Goal kick.
Well, that never looked like troubling the keeper, did it? But it was worth an effort. A good strike from him.
Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's really opened them up here. In it goes! That will do nicely for starters. First goal of the game.
Well, as you can see, the weight of the through ball is key to this goal. And he makes no mistake with the finish. He showed a lot of composure there.
So the ball rolling again with the scoreline standing at 1-0. Well, just couldn't keep the ball. Cash. And space to cross it. Philip Juricic. Well, the threat was very real. Marvellous defending. This might be ideal for the counter. Cross could be useful. Not all that convincing defensively. Now Paul Pogba. And unfortunately for him, he had worked his way into an offside position.
And I think everybody in the ground could see that was always going to be offside.
Ollie Watkins. Danger here as he runs at them, but quick thinking defensively. And a chance for him on the flank. Rashford. Bruno Fernandes. Will it be? Well, the keeper has outdone himself. Wonderful save. Could be a chance to break here. Douglas Luiz. Oh, really good reflexes and danger averted. Over it comes. Oh no, not even close to hitting the target that time. Paul Pogba. Rashford. Haaland. And snuffing out the danger. Bruno Fernandes. United might be able to cash in. Well, nothing comes of it. It looked promising. Philip Juricic. Moving forward effectively. It is to be a throw-in. He could pick out a teammate. Arangis. And a wonderful diving save to deny the opportunity. Trying to pick out a teammate. Struggling to get it away. Oh, a tremendous block. Robbed them. Can they hit on the break? Paul Pogba. Haaland. And the challenge halts them in their tracks. And for more on the injury, let's go down to our reporter, Jeff Shreves.
He landed really heavily on his shoulder there. You can see the discomfort he's in. He's a tough guy. I think he'll carry on.
Cheers, Jeff. Bruno Fernandes. Just too much on that pass. Given away by Manchester United. A move of promise on the flank. Matty Cash. Chance to play it in. Cutting in. What can he do from this position? Shot blocked, but still alive. Well, they can't quite take advantage in the end. Breaking at pace. He's in here. And they put the cross into the right place, but no one able to finish it off. And he takes it away. Getting close to the half-time interval. United with the lead. Stuart, what strikes you about what they've put into the game?
Well, it's been a tight game so far, but they've just had that little bit more quality on the ball, particularly in midfield, where they've just started to take control. They'll be fairly happy going in at half-time if it stays like this.
And you need your defender to take charge. Well, the outcome is a free kick here. Well, this is certainly the home of live football, EA TV, and looking forward to bringing you more action from the Premier League. It's Aston Villa facing Fulham. Well, adding up all the stoppages, we will have 2 extra minutes. Rashford, fine pass. That is that for the first half here. As anticipated, plenty of talking points so far. And now the second half is underway. Tomasz Holisz. Now with Arangis. And that's a super ball over the top. Well, fantastic reflex action from the goalkeeper. Bailey. Douglas Luiz. And the keeper did magnificently.
Well, that's just a wonderful save. How did he stop that? Well, these fans have had to be patient. Could this be the equaliser?
Over it comes. Not quite spot on with that one. Ollie Watkins. Douglas Luiz. 1 goal down, but now a corner kick. And over it comes. Well, nothing comes of it. An incisive pass. And he's through. Can they keep it out? Corner kick awarded, and let's see if this will help them add to their lead. And they're making a change. Delivering it. Well, really stout defending there, off the line. Sancho. And not an attempt he'll be terribly proud of.
Well, there it is. I'm not sure what all the fuss was about. It wasn't even close in the end.
Just a quick reminder, we'll have FA Cup quarter-final action for you live here on EA TV. It's Manchester United facing Aston Villa.
Well, Derek, everything to play for in that game. A place in the last 4. What a game that should be. It should be really tense, it should be dramatic, and I'm looking forward to it.
Is it going to end up being productive for them? Douglas Luiz. Chance maybe. And relief as the keeper holds on.
Well, he reacts so quickly, doesn't he? That's a great bit of work from him.
And the free kick awarded to Manchester United.
Well, still behind here, but only due to some incredible goalkeeping. Surely it's only a matter of time if they keep piling on the pressure like this.
Intercepting it intelligently. Oh, a nice-looking pass. Sancho. And fine goalkeeping.
Well, that save could be the turning point here, because they've been second best all over the pitch up to now.
Now Paul Pogba. Well, that is how to nullify the opposition. Not giving him a moment's peace. Well, space for them here. It's opening up for them. Can he play it in? Emiliano Buendia. Still trailing, but they're upping the pressure. Big chance to get them on terms. He's foiled them on his own.
Well, it was a close call, but the fans are not happy with that decision.
A really committed challenge, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Well, they are committed to making the substitution here.
Coming off the pitch, number 11, Ollie Watkins. Coming onto the pitch, number 20, Danny Ings.
Arangues. Ings. Well, there's a keeper on song.
Well, how did he stop that? That's just unbelievable.
Now sending it in. And tipping it over the crossbar. Growing pressure here, and another corner. And United will switch things around personnel-wise. And now the delivery. Well, you're not going to bamboozle the goalkeeper with a corner like that. Eccentric goalkeeping. Excellent block. And he could be in proper trouble here. Now we're inside the final 15 minutes. Bruno Fernandes. The Red Devils have lost the ball. Now potential danger. No real conviction in the challenge. Disappointing cross and gobbled up by the keeper. And the free kick awarded to Manchester United. And going short with it. Well, they know they need to stop him. Full credit. Wonderful stop.
Well, that save has just about kept them in it. But they have to pose more of a threat at the other end.
Ings. They are making headway, but really they need a goal with time not on their side. But nothing comes of it. Good defending it was. Well, with the minutes ticking away...
Oh, Derek, what a great opportunity.
Goalkeeper's ball, the cross delivered too close to him. Five minutes to go. Domagoj Bradaric. And slipped through beautifully. An attack full of promise. And here is Mings. And scope for them to produce something exciting. Tomasz Holisz. Can they convert? And a goal to level it up late on here. Just look at the reaction.
Well, we won't get tired of watching this because the interplay around the box is wonderful. And then what a strike. That's hit with such ferocity. Certainly no stopping that. That's a great goal.
So underway again here on the back of that leveller. Well, the action is going to continue for a while yet. We will have 4 minutes of stoppage time. Well, keeping it on the ground. Slightly off target, however. Bailey. Tension building, still level. The cross is on. And the danger is still there. And I think the threat has been averted. Domagoj Bradaric. But he could run onto it here. Not all that convincing defensively. Douglas Luiz. Oh, big chance. And the keeper does his job magnificently.
Well, no wonder he looks pleased with himself. He's just kept them in it here.
Well, that's it for the 90 minutes. But this is not over. And two 15-minute periods of extra time to come. Well, back underway here, and it's quite simple. Both teams must steel themselves for 30 extra minutes.
What a game we've had so far. Goals at both ends, some near misses as well, and some good individual displays. You can't take your eyes off of this.
Referees are rightly praised for giving advantage, but when there is no advantage, it has to be a free kick. And a chance to restore their advantage. A goal! Accurate from the spot.
Well, let's take another look, and they don't come much better than this, do they? That's a great penalty, right into the top corner.
Well, underway again. It's a narrow 2-1 lead as things stand. Holland. Easy save. Holland. Oh, he couldn't outwit the keeper. And over comes the corner. And cleared away. And it crossed the byline. A goal kick as a result. And United will switch things around personnel-wise.
To be replaced by number 23, Luke Shaw.
I'd be a bit annoyed to have lost the ball. United might be able to cash in. Bruno Fernandes. It's a cross towards the near post. And he's headed it in!
Well, here's the replay, and what a well-delivered cross this is. Perfectly placed, and it ends up with a fairly simple finish. Certainly not much the goalkeeper can do about that.
So the ball is moving again. We've been treated to 4 goals. 3-1 the score. Tomasz Holeš. Arangis. Bradovic. Douglas Luiz. Trezeguet. Well, a really single-minded piece of defending to make sure nothing untoward happened. Bodies forward and the break looks on. Pressing high to win the ball. And the danger's still on. The first period of extra time is over. 15 minutes left. Maybe after that, penalties, we'll see. Well, who is going to come out on top? Let's see if we find out in the second period of extra time. Tomasz Holeš. Ings. Real chance. You can't strike them much better than that.
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past the defender to create space for himself. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
On with the game then. 3-2. What will happen next? Going about his defensive business with a minimum of fuss. Buendia. Danny Ings now. Trezeguet. Chance to cross. That's how to blunt the edge of the opposing attack. And the counter-attack is on. Options available. And they'll regard that as a very disappointing end to the move.
Well, can Villa force the equaliser here? Their fans certainly think so. They're playing much better now.
Good-looking ball. There could be a chance now. Well, what an opportunity, but really good defending, you've got to say. Well, the clock shows 5 minutes left in the second period of extra time, and still they lead by 1 goal. And they'll struggle to get it away properly. Well, they can't quite take advantage in the end. An awful lot of green space to run into. And credit is due for that good piece of defending. Well, that's a really good authoritative tackle. Throw in here. Well, he thought he might have got away with it, but the referee rightly going back and brandishing the yellow card. And the countdown continues. Just 1 minute left in the second period of extra time. Well, it looked highly promising, but they got nothing out of it. And the pass could do damage. And in! Oh, yes! Exactly what they were hoping to produce. They've delivered the goal.
Well, as you can see, he makes it look easy in the end, but I think that's a good finish. He'll be pleased with that.
There's the final whistle, and the visitors move on.
Well, there were some tired legs out there today, both physically and mentally. But in the end, they just about had that bit of extra quality that got them through to the next round. And that's all that matters.
And a wonderful diving save. Well, what a game we have in store for you today. The hype has been building all week, and we're just moments away from kickoff time. Stay tuned for the live action. And good evening to you from the Parc des Princes here in the French capital, Paris, the venue for tonight's action. My name's Derek Ray, and delighted to have alongside me, as usual on these occasions, Stuart Robson. And it's the Champions League round of 16's second leg. It's Paris Saint-Germain taking on Manchester United.
Well, Derek, United have the advantage, but they can't switch off here. They need to be disciplined, well organised, and be good defensively.
Introducing the Paris Saint-Germain starters. Keylor Navas is the goalkeeper. Marquinhos plays with Sergio Ramos at the back. Yuri Tielemans plays alongside Jorginho Wijnaldum in central midfield. And the main striker today is Kylian Mbappe. And here's the lineup for Manchester United. Gianluigi Donnarumma is the keeper. Rafael Varane plays with Matthijs de Ligt in central defence. Paul Pogba plays alongside Bruno Fernandes in central midfield. And in this tactical setup, they have just the one player in attack. And now this Champions League round of 16's second leg is underway. Bruno Fernandes. Can he take advantage? In it goes! An early opening statement in this match. And look at the celebrations.
Just look at this again. The combination play in the top third of the field was so precise, but there's still plenty to do from here. He hits it so well, though. Lots of pace, lots of power, and the keeper just can't react in time. It's a great strike.
And on aggregate here, 4-1 is how it stands. He's beaten his man. Might it be Mbappe? And the keeper getting across to stop it. It's a short corner. Well, goal kick, just as it was looking promising. It's been well nigh impossible to escape all the news stories surrounding him ahead of the game. If reports are to be believed, this could be his final season. Could it be, Stuart, he's about to hang up his boots?
Well, Derek, it happens to everybody at some point. The body just can't cope anymore. And that's probably the case here, because when he plays, he still has a big impact on this team.
Well, that's one for them to pursue. Well, he's missed the chance, and the keeper didn't have to do very much. Pogba. Haaland. Oh, it was a terrible-looking challenge, and a big decision for the official here. Well, by the letter of the law, that had to be a dismissal.
Well, he can't complain about that. It's a reckless challenge.
Substitution it is for PSG. He'll try his luck here. Well, the free kick had just a bit too much height on it.
Well, when he struck that, he must have thought that was going in. It's only a whisker away.
Far from a smooth challenge. Now, will the referee produce a card? And it is a booking, and their approach is nothing short of feisty.
Well, they have to keep their discipline here. They can't afford to lose another player.
Holland. Holland! That is how to keep it out of the net. Keylor Navas. And now the delivery. Another corner conceded. What can they do with this one? So the corner played into the box. Just far too close to the goalkeeper. Neymar. He continues his run. Mbappe. Oh, body in the way, crucially. And they have possession again. Hakimi. It's with Paredes. Hakimi. Tielemans. Hakimi. And how well the keeper did.
Well, that's just exceptional. He reacted so quickly there.
Oh, a nice-looking pass. Playing with purpose and control. Well, the clearance half-hearted. Tierney. And he takes it away. And attempting the through ball. Neymar. Can he take the chance? Superb stop. Went in strongly, decisively. And room now out on the wing. Cutting in, what can he do from this position? That's great goalkeeping.
Well, what a save that is. He was so alert there.
Short corner it is. And Neymar. Tielemans. And he's in an offside position.
Well, let's take another look. And there it is, just offside. Mind you, it was very close, wasn't it?
Perfectly positioned to take it away. Incisive pass from Mbappe. Oh, incredible save, and he snuffed out the danger. Short corner it is. And they could face difficulties here. Tielemans. Here's Marquinhos. And a tidy tackle. Now, counter-attacking possibilities here. Will it be sufficiently imaginative? And played in. And he clears the danger. crisp tackling. The referee spotted the infringement, and it will be a free kick in a position of genuine menace. And a goal almost bewitching in its beauty. Excellent technique.
Well, let's look at this again, because it gets better and better each time you see it. It's perfect technique, lots of movement on the ball, and nothing the opposition can do about this, apart from don't give free kicks away.
So 5-1, the aggregate advantage. Pressure exerted, but he keeps the ball. Hakimi. Here's Mbappe. Tielemans. Body on the line. And this situation could be dangerous. It's gone in! And well, he might celebrate on the back of that.
Well, as you can see, he doesn't mess about here, does he? He's strong, well-balanced and skillful. That's a top-class finish.
And now 5-2 on aggregate. Well, can they be creative from here? Rashford! And the keeper there to deal with it. Now, far from a smooth challenge. Now, will the referee produce a card? Well, the card is out, and it's yellow.
Yeah, it's clumsy and it's late. Definitely a yellow card.
The electronic board has been held in the air, and we're going to have a minimum of 4 added minutes. Paredes. Here's Tielemans. Hakimi. A good and fair challenge. The tackle completely mistimed, and you would expect a booking under the circumstances. Well, it is a yellow card, and it seems to be a problem of discipline here, Stuart.
Well, this is getting out of control. They've got to refocus here and get their composure back.
Declan Rice. Bruno Fernandes. Well, that's a well-timed pass. Surely! Oh, yes! A goal! Exactly what they were looking for, and he's come up with it.
Well, just look at the defending here. They've made it so easy for him in the end. That's just not good enough.
And that is that for the first half here in the French capital. So the Champions League round of 16, second leg. The second half is underway. Paredes. Jorginho Wijnaldum. Now with Hakimi. Can he take the chance? Oh, really sound goalkeeping.
Well, that's such a good save, isn't it? How did he keep that one out?
Short corner taken. Teammate available. And a significant block following that cross. That is a very fine challenge in difficult circumstances. It certainly wasn't a clean tackle. And the referee has got to book him, I think. And the yellow card for that, Stuart.
And he's going to have to be careful now. That was a silly challenge.
And threading it forward. Rashford is through. In it goes! The lead just gets bigger. Surely they can't let this slip now.
Well, first of all, where's the defenders? They're all over the place. But give him some credit. That's a good finish. Great composure.
Not too much defending going on in the grand scheme of things. 4-1. Well, they really had to be on their toes defensively, given the circumstances. Fruitful looking attack. And Neymar. Tierney. It's Neymar. Really sound goalkeeping.
Well, that had to be a goal, didn't it? What a stop that is.
PSG are going to switch things around on the personnel front. Playing it in. Danilo Pereira. Well, if truth be told, he made it rather straightforward for the keeper.
Well, he knows it. That is a real waste of a great opportunity.
And breaking at pace with menace. Well, this is one you won't want to miss here on EA TV Live. The second and decisive leg of the Champions League round of 16 tie. It gives it a go. And that's fantastic goalkeeping to get across and deal with the danger. Substitution it is for PSG. Fired in by Neymar. And the header just wide of the mark. Koundé. Sancho. Pogba. On to Sancho. Navas. Outrageous save. And he's fired over the corner. And the corner too close to the goalkeeper that time. Promising looking ball. Lack of guile with regard to that cross. Goalkeeper's ball. Well, tremendous defensive intuition from Sergio Ramos. Haaland. Haaland. In it goes! Such a complete performance. 4 in front now.
Well, I have to say, this is a really good goal. Just watch his technique here. He just hits through the back of the ball with such power. There's no stopping that.
A glut of goals. 5-1 it is. Well, they've given him too much space, but nothing comes of it. And you don't want to lose possession there. Oh, yes! A goal! Exactly what they were looking for, and he's come up with it.
Well, let's take another look, and it's not good enough defensively. They're slow to react, don't get tight enough, and don't deal with the situation. And there's the outcome.
Well, they did have the ball, but not anymore. A quarter of an hour remaining here. Kieran Tierney, using his physical strength to make sure he doesn't lose the ball. Mbappe. Well, he's given us away. Now can they counter clinically? And it looked like open road for them, but up a dead end. And the pass could do damage. The goal scored by Kylian Mbappe. And it's fair to say the best finishers in the world don't really have to think about it. They just do it.
Well, here it is again, and it's a superbly weighted through ball to break that defensive line. And then what a strike. That's hit with such ferocity. Certainly no stopping that. That's a great goal.
Not a scoreline we see all that often. 5-3. 10 minutes to go. Idrissa Gueye. Hakimi. And making the move to the inside. Danilo Pereira. Just had to keep his concentration to the maximum, and he did. Short corner it is. Mbappe. Well, there might well be scope for them to counter-attack here. He's in behind. Well, he knew he had to get to the ball, and he did. Effective challenge. Neymar. Tierney. And now Danilo Pereira. Mbappe. Pressure exerted, but he keeps the ball. Well, possibilities inside the box. Surely. Oh, that is a superb save. Danilo Pereira. Neymar. Wijnaldum. And return to Wijnaldum. Such an important goalkeeping intervention. Error by the keeper. Couldn't quite hang on. Oh, he's given it away inexplicably. And so it is, full time. The referee blows his whistle. And it's Manchester United who prevail. It's Manchester United who move on.
Well, it was never in doubt, was it? That was a brilliant performance over the two legs. They looked dangerous in attack, dominated the midfield and played with great intensity. They'll certainly be difficult to beat in this sort of form.
Well, a highly significant role played by Bruno Fernandes. Sensational performance on all levels. Stuart, interested to know what you made of his production.
Yeah, he'll be happy coming off the pitch. He worked hard, he was always involved in the game and he scored a very good goal. That was an impressive performance today.